So guys, next I want to go ahead and see who is going to be president. As of right now, I'm seeing, drum roll please. Hello everyone, welcome back to Sade's Tarot Tea. So today guys, I am doing a reading on Kamala Harris. I am so excited to be doing this reading on her. I'm so curious about her. I already know her zodiac sign. She's a Libra, so I'm really, well actually she's on the cusp. If you guys believe in cusps, she's on the Libra Scorpio cusp. Her birthday is October 20th, 1964. I have her birthday pulled up. So we're also going to look at her birth chart and see what, you know, Our Lady's about, right guys? I'm super excited, like I said, to be reading on her. I haven't done a presidential reading in a minute, and I've been really keeping my eye on Kamala and just kind of like what she's been doing, and like I don't know certain things about her policies yet guys, because I wanted to try to just read on her and not be like swayed a little bit. I do have my, to be honest with you guys, I do have my worries, because you guys know I pick up on energy and I read, you know, eyes are the windows to the soul. So I'm gonna see what my spirit guides say about her, and like if, you know, what she will do for our country and how she will perform as a president if she wins. Okay, I'm also going to try to predict if she will be president or if Trump will win. So keep in mind that this is very like, this is kind of hard to predict, you know what I mean? Like presidential elections are kind of hard to predict because they could go one way and we think they're going to go another, or they'll go the opposite, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that could sway the votes, even if I say this person will win. So I'm going to try to stay away from concrete, like this is, she's going to win, you know what I mean guys? Because especially around this time, it's like we're in a really dark age right now, and I do want to provide some hope for you guys, but at the same time, you guys know I'm going to keep it real. So if I get that Trump is going to win, or you know that it looks like he's going to win or whatever, please keep the comments nice. If I say, you know, Kamala's going to win, just keep the comments nice guys. Whoever I say is going to win. I was thinking about shutting the comments off just because people get really crazy with politics, but I'm going to leave them on. So guys, please be nice to each other. Please respect each other's votes or whatever, or opinions, you know, and let's hear each other out, you know what I mean? If you don't agree with somebody's political stance, that's okay, but please guys, let's just keep the comments nice and not trample on anybody's opinions or make someone feel bad about, you know, what's gonna happen or anything, you know. Let's just keep it good and civil, right? So yeah guys, I was saying that there is something about Kamala's eyes that kind of worry me. Like, I'm not gonna freaking lie, like she has this type of look in her eyes and I'm a little nervous like about that. Like I've been telling like my coworkers about it. I'm like, I don't know, like there's something like uneasy in her eyes, but I'm not gonna go off of that. I'm gonna go off of what my spirit guides tell me, because I don't know anything yet, you know what I mean? I haven't really tapped her energy, so I'm not gonna go based off of what I was picking up from her eyes. I'm just gonna like remain neutral or whatever and see what happens. Guys, also keep in mind that my political stance does not change how I feel about any of these parties. This mainly is going to be about Kamala, and if I say her name wrong at any point, guys, I'm sorry. I've heard her name said like 3 different ways, so I did take it upon myself to look up how to say her name correctly, and it's Kamala Harris. So it's not hard, but for some reason everyone says her name differently, so my bad. Okay guys, so this reading, like I said, is mainly going to be about Kamala, and it's going to be to see how she's going to do as president if she wins, and just kind of based off of her personality, you know, I'm going to go ahead and talk about her personality and everything. I'm not really going to hit too much on Trump just because we already know about him, and I will touch a little bit on Trump, you know, as well, especially when I go to do who I feel is going to win. This is very sensitive, you know, this is a very sensitive topic, guys. Like I said, just please try to be kind to one another. We're all going through it in some way or another, and we just want to be sensitive to each other, okay? I haven't done a presidential reading in a minute, and it's because it's such a hot topic, and I'm not doing this for clickbait or anything like that. I really love reading on these people, guys. You guys know that. And so I'm genuinely reading on Kamala because I'm curious about her energy. And even if she doesn't win, I'm curious about who she is as a person. I know that she was in law. And I do know a little bit about her background of her being in law. So we'll see. Let's see what's to come out for her. Let's see what's to come out for her personality. I'm so curious, and let's get started reading. So before I get started talking my stuff about Miss Kamala, why don't you guys please feel free to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for when your girl pull up, ding ding, and also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you guys would like to book a personal reading from your bitch, please DM me at SadeStarotT92. And also, please follow my TikTok. I have my TikTok on here, and my Instagram handle are in the corner below. So please follow me on there, guys. I really want to start reading on TikTok and getting you guys on there and engaging with you guys more. But you guys know how the whole thing works with TikTok. I gotta be at like 1,000 views. Is it still like that, guys? I gotta be at 1,000 views. So yeah, guys, if you would like to see me on there, go ahead and follow me on there, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and read on Kamala Harris. Okay, guys, so I want to first pick up what the energy around Kamala is, like what her energy, like I want to get a good sense of her energy. We're also going to pull up her birth chart in a minute, but I just want to pull on what my spirit guides are telling me currently about her and just how she's feeling, you know, anything that, you know, comes out about her in this moment. So let's see what I get. So the first thing I'm picking up on, guys, this is so cute. I'm not surprised that this came out, but Kamala's been dreaming about this since she was a kid. Like, she's always wanted this. Like, she's always wanted to be president. I don't know if she's like had dreams about herself being president, or if she always pictured herself being in like she's in law, we know that, right, guys? But she's always pictured herself being in the White House in some way or another, or in the Senate or something like that. She's always wanted to make a name for herself when it comes to political rights or activism. Like, she's heavy on that. Like, you know, she's just waiting for her time. Like, she's been preparing for this her entire life. And maybe even it's talking about her parents like instilling like certain beliefs in her, like at an earlier age, you know, causing like wanting her to shoot for the stars and shoot for the moon type of energy. Like, her parents were always very encouraging. So there was always like her parents, like I'm picking up on her parents because of these twos, guys, or this two. I'm picking up on her parents, and like the threes represent like support and having a lot of support around her. Now I know she is married as well, but this is more so talking about her in childhood. Like, she's always wanted to do this, and she's always aligned herself, or she started aligning herself really young to be able to, like, you know, pave this way for herself. She's made at school, she was always very social and like in people's faces. I don't know if she did have a moment where she was shy. Maybe this was when she was younger, but she kind of got out of that very fast, and she started doing, I don't know if she was on like the debate team or if she did like a lot of presentations, and she got a lot of like activism work, a lot of being on the ground and like fighting for rights. I did talk about, I feel, activism for her for sure, which obviously when you're working in law, that it can be some form of like being an activist, depending on how you channel that career form. But she's always like aligned herself and like made deals and tried to talk to the right people or work with the right people to get to where she wanted to go. So yeah, she's very good at aligning herself, and she's very charismatic. Spirit is saying she's very charismatic. She's very good at leading people and showing them and directing them. And she has this like leader spirit, this leader mentality. She's also like, I feel, a team player, but she's also had to do a lot of things on her own. She's had to like, yes, she's had support, but I'm seeing that Kamala has had to do a lot of things on her own, and she's had to like pave her own lane. And she's still doing that. She's still doing that as an adult in this age. It's talking about that Kamala, like maybe she didn't grow up in money, or she, like, her parents didn't have a lot of money, and she really had to like build her own like foundation, her own sense of wealth. I don't know if her parents came over here when she was young, and you know, they set her, they tried to like set her up with it like in the business, and you know, Kamala was like, no, I want to do something else. But it is talking about that she didn't have like a stable foundation when she was growing up, or there's not a stable foundation around her now. As I said that, I said that she's been doing a lot of things by herself. Yes, there have been like people here and there, I shouldn't say little people, but there have been people here and there that have supported her and helped her have this vision and to get where she wants, because she knew that this dream was bigger than herself. Like, so she's always had this like very narrow-minded like mindset of how she wanted to get to her goals, and she has a hard time asking for help, I'm hearing, or allowing people to like direct her, because she's had to do it for so long by herself, so to speak. Or maybe just Kamala feels this way, like she's had to like really zero in and like believe in her dream because it was so big, and she's like, her time, like she's been waiting for this moment. Like, she's aligned herself, she's made the right moves, guys. She's led other people to get to where she wants to go. Yeah, because she didn't feel like she had a chance at some point. There were certain times where it did feel like she wasn't getting like heard or the proper support that she deserves. Now, this could also be how she's feeling currently, because I did get my recognition and reward card in the reverse. So that's talking about that Kamala feels like as president, even if she does get into office, that it's going to take time. She feels like, I have a lot to prove to you guys. Like, she knows that. She's like, I've got a lot to prove. You know, I'm an ethnic woman that is trying to become president against a man that a lot of people would probably rather have as far as like safety and support for our country, like feeling taken seriously, you know. But she's like, I'm going to win you guys over, because she's coming in already, guys, is very charismatic, wanting to prove something to not only us but herself. Like, this is something that she's been wanting to prove to herself, because she knows that this dream that she's had since she was young, or even if it didn't happen during her youth, it happened when she was you know, in her teens, or like becoming a teenager. Like, these are things that she's like, I'm gonna do that, because why not? Like, it's talking about that she's a dreamer, and she shoots for the moon. I don't know if this is something her parents instilled in her, or a grandparent or something, or maybe like her family. I don't know if Kamala has kids kind of inspire that side of her, but you know, she does look to the youth as her children as well. Now, I'm seeing her make a lot of changes in the youth community as well, and the way we run social media. I feel like a lot of people are kind of not gonna like, you know, Kamala's coming at it from a parental standpoint, where she changes the algorithm of the internet, is what I'm seeing as well. I'm already getting that. That's weird. I'm surprised to hear that, guys. But yeah, I'm hearing that she doesn't like, maybe it's the way we're viewing things and how things are so accessible, and she doesn't like that. She's had a lot of people, because I keep hearing children for her. So does anyone know if Kamala has children? I'm not gonna look it up, but does she have kids? I know that she's heavy into like the youth. I think I've seen a lot of things with like children or something. So it's coming out in her reading that she wants to direct something with the youth. She wants to crack down on things with youth. Maybe it could even be trafficking, or like, you know, anything with, you know, the adult industry or something like that. I see her kind of directing some attention to that. And yeah, so we'll see what more comes out. But I'm hearing already youth as well, like schools. She wants to, maybe even with gun laws or something like that. We're going to see that shift if she becomes president. She's going to crack down on the gun violence. Yeah, something with youth and like loans or something, or student loans. Not even just kids, like young kids, like, you know, kids going to college, you know, or teens, adults going to college. So one thing I'm picking up from her is she doesn't like the state, of course, that our country's in. She really hates it. She, like, something about family, guys, and Like I keep seeing family or hunger, like hunger in families. A lot of families now are really going, like she's noticing the homeless population is getting a lot worse and she wants to crack down on that. She wants to like implement some border control, I'm seeing as well. I'm really surprised to hear this from her. But something about border control or something, maybe this has to do with the adult stuff like that I talked about, the trafficking. I'm trying not to fully say it, guys, but like the trafficking or something like that. Or, yeah, just like, you know, something with families, or yeah, I keep hearing that, like maybe implementing some programs that will help families. Or shelters. It could be like shelters, more shelters, opening up more shelters. Maybe for moms that have been in domestic violence situations, or you know, kids that have been abused, foster systems. Maybe she wants to crack down on the foster system, the and children being abandoned and stuff. I keep hearing that. So my spirit guides are telling me to stay on this recognition and reward card. So let's see what that's about, guys. I feel like she is not going to get the credit that if she does win, she already anticipates that people are not going to give her the credit that she deserves or the recognition that she deserves. Or she feels like nothing is going to go her way is what I'm hearing. Kamala, maybe you want to, I don't know. I'm hearing that they're going to push back on her a lot with the red borders. Her not being her being a Democrat, and there being so many Republicans in the office or in power, she's going to get pushed back on a lot. I'm seeing people in higher power with money, you know, that are not in the politics space, or that are not in the political space. They're going to like push back on her a lot, and I'm just seeing her like having a hard time if she wins, having a hard time like funding stuff and like getting even with war or stuff like that, like them being on her side with things and them kind of using her like as a way to like blame what's going on. But she's gonna have a lot of things not fall through. Yeah, she's coming out as the Queen of Wands in the upright. I see them focusing a lot on her personal life, like, you know, or just how she engages with the audience, like, or, you know, just how she engages with people. Like I see like I see them pushing at her a lot, or the public like pushing at her, or the house, like just like I just see, because it's with a lot of Republicans, like it's like she's gonna have like a really hard time. She's gonna have a really hard time like winning people over and people in office. It's like she's gonna have a hard time with that. But she's also going to be well respected, and so we're kind of getting into a little bit of how she will affect people. She's going to have some small victories, though. I see her having some small victories with getting some order. I see her being seen as this like this god, like people seeing her as this god, as this savior, as this person that brings in this new light, this hope, this change. Like people are going to put her so heavy on a pedestal. And, you know, she's going to get recognized in some ways, but Kamala is feeling like she's not going to get recognized. Even when she wins, she's anticipating having to really go into battle and convince the public and convince people in the house to like really, like root for her, to really like back her up and support her. I just see her having a hard time winning over the Senate, guys. Like I keep seeing that she's gonna have a hard time with that. I think we can expect this from her. But anyway, so she's going into this with like, I know that I have to make a stand, and I have a lot of power in my hands, or that I will have a lot of power in my hands. But also, like, it is talking about that she needs to be careful of getting overly upset or angry. Like I'm seeing a lot of anger, allegedly I'm seeing a lot of anger problems with her, or just her getting like really mad, and like people are like, this is why we didn't want to put a woman into office. Like she's very volatile, she's, you know, like she just is out of control with her emotions. But Kamala isn't gonna be like crazy with her emotions, guys. She's just gonna be very passionate. She's not gonna take no for an answer, and she's going to push back a lot. She's going to make a lot of enemies. The Queen of Wands doesn't put anyone first, like, or anyone's opinion first above what she her team is telling her. This is more of Kamala. What her team is telling her, guys, or what the public's telling her, what the House is telling her. She doesn't, you know, she's not gonna listen. Like, she's not taking no for an answer. Because of that, she will have like some success in areas where we won't expect her to. I feel like she's going to surprise a lot of us. She's going to surprise a lot of us. It's talking about the Queen of Wands is very like passionate. She even uses some of her feminine wiles to get what she wants. I see Kamala kind of doing that too. Like, she's a Libra. We'll look more into her chart, guys, when I get into the questions. But I'm seeing like her use her little feminine wiles to like get what she wants. And yeah, guys, look out for her. She's not going to take no for an answer. She's going to keep fighting. Now, this is, if you guys just keep this in mind, this is all if she wins. But yeah, so yeah, let's get into some questions without further ado. This is already leading into her reading, so I'm gonna go ahead and read off her birth chart, and let's get into her questions, and I will answer more of this. Okay, guys, so I have Kamala's chart pulled up, so look alongside me here if you wouldn't mind. All right, her sun is in Libra, her moon is in Aries, her Mercury is in Scorpio, her Venus is in Virgo, and her Mars is in Leo. She is a Gemini rising. So let's go ahead and see with these questions what we get. But automatically, you guys can see that like that Aries and the Leo makes her very power hungry. Hate to say that. The Scorpio makes her very power hungry. It makes her very like just a go-getter. She's very aggressive when she wants something, you know. Her Gemini ascendant makes her very likable or controversial. You kind of don't know how to feel about her. She does come off as very distrustful. I'm already seeing people, because I said the eyes thing, guys, but her energy, she can be misread very easily with that Leo and that Aries. And the Gemini rising too. Like Gemini, yes, you know, I feel like people do like Gemini ascendants, you know, when they're talking and they're just making sense in their own, you know, like if you understand their language, then you like them. But since she has a sun in Libra and her risings in Gemini, you kind of don't know where to place her. And she can camouflage really into anything. She can camouflage into anything that you want. But with that Leo Mars, she takes no for an answer. That's why I was saying she came out as the Queen of Wands, guys. She's very in tune with her Aries and her Leo, and she will debate you down. Like, she don't care, you know. She'll debate you down. She'll look up things on you. Mercury and Scorpio, you know. Her Venus and Virgo is like, I got all day. I got all freaking day. Let's go. You know, she's a very passionate woman, and she speaks her mind, and she doesn't really give a fuck like what you think about her. This energy is, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm gonna do what needs to be done to get the job done. Like, that's what I keep hearing about her. So we may see her do some really abrupt moves where we're like why? Like, what? Like she's gonna confuse us a lot. She's gonna confuse us a lot, guys. So guys, let's get into her questions, and I'll keep referring back to her chart. So my first question is, how does Kamala feel about running for president? So I kind of touched on that a little bit. And, you know, guys, I had my best friend help me with these questions. I wanted to make sure that the question, like, I really touched on things, you know. So, yeah. So the first question is, how does Kamala feel about running for president? Okay. So I'm actually going to pull with my oracle cards with this one, because I'm curious, like, about more so her energy, how it feels, rather than what she's been saying and stuff like that. Ooh, guys, I'm already kind of getting it's good energy. I'm getting it's good energy for Kamala winning, honestly. Like, she's blossoming abundance card came out. She has a feeling she's trying not to be like very cocky, but the public is favoring her a lot. They're favoring her a lot, and she's paying attention. She pays attention to details, especially with that Virgo and, you know, the Libra. She's very detail oriented, and she can kind of like go off of what we're thinking and what we're feeling with her Mercury and Scorpio. She really like researches, and she does her own researching about, of course, I would hope she is doing that, but she's not relying on her team to like tell her things or to write her speeches. I'm seeing she may have help with her speeches, or she may have help with people like directing her with information on what she needs to, you know, talk about, or of course, you know, like what she plans on doing about certain topics. But she's already like zeroed in, like she's going into beast mode, like she really, really wants this. And she feels like she has what it takes to be our next president. She's like, I've observed, I've been thinking, like, is this something that I can handle? It's more so, it's not that, you know, she's like, I can't do the job. It's like, can I handle the job? Can I handle the pressure of being president as a woman? And you know, as a minority, you know, can I handle that? Can I handle the label of being the first black, you know, South Asian president? You know what I mean, guys? Like, she's like, I have a lot that I like on my shoulders. I have a lot, but she feels like this man is like thinking, he's like, sees this crystal as like the jewel, like as the goal, the end thing, which I love that, the thinking man card, and he's looking at this crystal like, this is what I've been wanting, this is all I've been wanting, I've been manifesting this for so long, I've had people support me on this, I can't let anyone down. You know, that's kind of the energy my spirit guides are telling me, that that's kind of the energy that I'm getting from her so far, guys, about being president. It's like, it's something that she's going to treasure and she's not going to take lightly. I do feel like, of course, there will be moves that she'll make that we're not happy about, but she's like, I trust myself. I know my team trusts me. She's like, I'm hoping to win over even Republicans, or, you know, the independents, or like just the rest of the political parties. Like, she's hoping that she wins everyone over and she unites us. Like, she wants to unite us. So that's what I keep picking up on from her. She may not go about it the right way, guys. I'm just going to say that because of all this like fire in her chart, her Aries and her Leo. She may not go, and her Scorpio, it's going to come off too aggressive at times. So I do want to, you know, just advise Kamala to, like, even though she's passionate and this is something that she really feels like she can do, we have to feel like that too. And she is keeping that in mind, but it's going to become a power move for her, as something that she is like, no, I need to do this. I need to prove to myself, you know. So I really urge her to please not lose sight of, now, once you get this title, right, once you become our president, please don't let your power energy, your power hungry energy overrule why you started doing this in the first place. You know what I mean, guys? Like, her spirit guides are telling me to tell her that, like, her Aries and her Leo are going to cause her to get really power hungry and just like do things and move in ways where we allegedly, guys, move in ways where we're just like, and we can expect that, right, guys? You guys are probably not even surprised I'm saying that. Okay, guys, so the next two cards I got was Yin and Yang in the reverse. So this is concerning for me because there, like I said, there are going to be things that she does that are going to throw us off balance. It is talking about her not really making the right moves, or just kind of like not listening to the people around her, and I kind of already talked about that. So she did get my 7th chakra archangel Uriel. She got that one. Now I had to look this card up, guys, because I was really curious, so I want to read this to you. So it's, you are open to the connection beyond that of physical presence. You are open to receiving messages that the divine has to offer you, and you are open to the universe and all its possibilities. You will gain further insight and knowledge to the world, and that of the next Archangel Uriel is here to enhance your experience and guide you as you start to embrace what it has to offer you. You will connect to your highest consciousness and closer to your true self. So she got this card, guys. I'm curious as to why she got this angel. This angel is going to be guiding her as she, or has been guiding her, you know, as she goes throughout this election. If she does win, she's going to keep needing to be reminded to be present with herself and to, like I said, remember why she started. Now, this concerns me with the Yin and Yang card in the reverse because she is a Libra, and Libras are about balance. You know, they're about the good and the bad, and like, you know, they're on one scales, they're up, their mood is up. when things are happening and it's bad, their mood is completely down and just drained and shot, right? But she doesn't have any Pisces, but she may have some Piscean aspects, which will a lot of times sway her decisions. Maybe she operates a lot from her Pisces or Piscean, aspect energy if she has it, or her 7th house energy. But I'm seeing her, like with the yin and yang card, just kind of losing direction and not understanding or remembering why she started this, and just, like I said, making the wrong moves and making very unfair moves that people would consider just not like good for the not good for the planet, not good for society, not good for our economy. So I do want to say that she's going to be put in weird spaces where she's just like is set up to fail. Like, that's what I keep feeling, guys. She's going to be set up to fail. And because of that, it's going to throw her balance off a lot. It's going to throw off her perception a lot. It's going to cause her to overthink and to not analyze things correctly, or to not take a step back, which she's very used to doing. She got used to doing stuff like this. She got used to being able to really step back and consider the opinions of other people, and this is about to like her not being in touch with her reality and being able to really come back to the level that she started in and be personable again. She's always been a very personable person. She's always come down to your level and tried to talk to you, but it's talking about that she's definitely going to need to keep being reminded of that, and to not make decisions out of impulse or because she has something to prove. Her spirit guides are saying in time, just allow herself to do what she does, stay true to herself, but also like allow us to like, she doesn't need to prove herself so much, guys. That's what I keep hearing. Like, strategy is in the upright. I just got my strategy card, so that's talking about like she wants to change some things in the Constitution is what I'm hearing. She wants to change some things that are written in stone. She wants to reverse some laws. She's going to reverse some laws for us. A lot of people are not getting yet what laws she's reversing, or wanting to like, or add some new laws. She wants to set some new laws in place. So guys, I don't know if this means with the strategy card, if she's going to get rid of something law-wise that is big, that protects us. It's talking about she may make the wrong like decision, or she may implement the wrong law that is going to, or laws that are going to cause an uproar or cause some problems. Like some people, it's going to throw our country off a lot. It's going to throw our country off a lot. There are going to be some things that will help us, but she needs to be careful of implementing some laws or getting rid of some laws. That's what I keep hearing. Maybe even the currency is going to go down with our money. The US currency is going to go down. Also, too, other countries are not going to be... She's going to try to set up some deals with some other countries, but we'll see if they end up working with her. So overall, guys, to answer this question, she feels like she has a lot to like to fix. That's what I keep hearing. She has a lot she's going to unlock a lot of like, that like the Pandora's box problem. Like, she's going to unlock some Pandora's box with problems and like try to fix them. She's gonna touch laws or stuff or areas, or change like jobs or something like that in areas. Yeah, action just came out, guys. Action. As I said, that action. Yeah, she's gonna call to action. There's gonna be some call to action for something. I'm wondering if this has to do with like war or like Palestine, or what's been going on with Palestine, or any of the other genocides going on, or if this has to do with some virus going on, or some new plague, or I don't know, I don't want to say plague, but like some new virus like COVID or something. Like, there's going to be a call to action of something. There's going to be a call to action. So do you guys know, I know that there was talks of monkeypox. So I know that monkeypox is being talked about. I'm hearing some type of like, something like that. Like maybe it's monkeypox, guys, or COVID or something like this. Like another form of illness or fever or like something like that, or like, yeah, it feels like it could be her, or it could be a war that she may have to step in, and or our troops or something, or our U.S. Army. She has some big shoes to fill, guys. Man, she's got a lot of work. She's got a lot of work, but she's like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to take all this on. Like, she's ready. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah, a lot of people are going to start turning on her. A lot of people are not going to like her as president. That's what I'm seeing if she wins. A lot of people are not going to like her as president. I got the Sun card in the reverse. She also may not like being in the office anymore or being a president. She may not do a second term. We'll see if she wins, if she will do a second term. This may just be the energy right now, guys. Keep in mind that this can change. It's the Sun card, so it can change. Maybe she'll see the light, and then she'll run again. But yeah, I'm seeing them make some issues with her, and yeah, I'm hearing Trump may need to step in or something. That's what I keep hearing. I keep hearing Trump may step in. So even if Kamala wins, Trump is going to have to step in some way. That's what I keep hearing. It may be because of war. It may be. Hey guys, I'm just cutting in here real quick. Now, with this message, it was really confusing. I don't know why I heard that, Trump is going to need to step in some way. I know, guys, that is not possible. Once Kamala is deemed president, there's no way Trump could, say anything or put his input in any way. But I'm just going to leave this in here just because, I don't know, it was a really far-fetched message I got. I cannot speak, sorry guys. It was a really far-fetched message that I got, and I did not know what it meant. So, I don't know if you guys have any input on this, if there's any advice Trump would give Kamala, or if we go into war or something like that. Like, would he be able to, anyone that's into, politics, drop it in the comment section. Please be respectful. Please do not be annoying, guys. Please don't be annoying. So if you could offer any advice on this, like if there's any way that could happen, or he could lend some type of advice, or, if one of, our world leaders, needed his advice or needed him to step in, or one of our world leaders would only talk to Trump in any way to settle some type of disagreement that Kamala, or that's already been happening, and she can't find a solution for it. Let me know, guys. Is there any way Trump could give any type of advice to Kamala, or like, the House of any sort, just let me know, because I'm not a big political person, so I'm gonna say that I'm just gonna look ignorant. I don't care. Asking questions, because it's better to ask questions and learn, right? So guys, educate us in the comment section below. If you are very into politics, please be nice and keep it, clean and sweet, like I like to say. Don't make anybody feel dumb or anything like that. I don't like that. So let us know. That's the message that I kept getting. I don't know how accurate this is. I just said it and kept it in here. So yeah, I just want to let you guys, just wanted to explain that, and I hope you guys are enjoying the reading. All right, let's get back into it. Bye. It may be because what's going on with her and changing the laws or the Constitution in some way. Like, I don't, like, can she even do that, guys? Like, can she? Let me know. I'm gonna sound ignorant as fuck, but if you guys can judge me, I don't care. But I don't think she can, really. But yeah, something about that. That's what I keep hearing. And I don't know all of the ins and outs, guys, of politics, okay? So just be patient with me. If you guys know what I'm talking about, then you educate us. And if I have anybody that's into politics below, please educate us. Like, I want this to be a fun, educational type of thing. Like, even though politics is very dark, or it can be very dark, I want us to like learn something too, guys. So if you know what I'm talking about, or her being able to do anything, or if you guys have a feeling of who may win, put your predictions below. Like, let's talk about this, but yeah, so far that is what I'm getting. I feel like she's going to not like it as she goes along, because they're going to set her up or make it look like, she's not doing her job, or she can't do anything right, or just like, just a lot of things are going to be against her, and she's going to lose that optimism. She's going to lose that hope. I keep hearing too that Trump may need to step in some way. Whether we know he's stepping in or not, I don't know. But just keep that in mind, guys. Trump may need to step in, or someone that works for Trump. you know, maybe Trump's vice president, or, you know, maybe Kamala is going to need her vice president to step in. But yeah, I'm hearing Trump though. So the next thing I want to see, guys, is we're going to pull on Trump. Let's get Trump's energy. Like I said, I'm keeping this about Kamala too, but I also want to see how Trump feels about running for president as well. And I want to see like how he feels about her. But also too, actually guys, let's see how Kamala feels about, let's see how she feels about Trump, okay? I'm curious. Guys, I'm really curious to see what comes out, because I got some interesting cards in the pre-shuffle. For how Kamala feels about Trump. I got her being the Queen of Wands reverse, like her like just using her power to like intimidate him, or just being like aggressive with him and making fun of him, kind of using her like, in a sense, not saying she's gonna like go for his looks or something, or make fun of his looks. She may have done that, but just kind of her playing dirty. Like she's playing dirty. She's like, Trump, if you gonna play dirty, I'm gonna play dirty. You know, that's what I keep hearing. That's what I keep hearing. And then the other card that I got was the Seven of Swords. So she feels like Trump is very sneaky, and he'll just say anything to win someone's approval. She feels like he doesn't really mean what he says. He's not going to really do what he says he's going to do. She feels like he's making big promises, or he's made big promises in the past and he has not followed through with those promises, or he's half-assed something and didn't fully care about his you know, his place in office. Like, she feels like he took a lot of that for granted. She does acknowledge that there were other areas where he was great in, and you know, she recognizes too that in the job space and with certain tax brackets, or you know, just anything having to do with the economy in some ways being small and war, she does acknowledge that he's done good with that. She acknowledges too that he's, with the Six of Pentacles, that he's been very gracious with charities, or like giving back. She loves how he gives back. Loves how he gives back to the to people. She loves how he gives back to the, I don't know if Trump has done things for like the homeless, or just like, you know, helped other charities or organizations, like, or businesses. You know, she acknowledges that he's done good with businesses, or helping businesses get off the ground, help people like get their jobs back, helping the economy financially, you know, implementing certain rules, or, you know, to help us, or protection, you know, lines of protection. But, you know, she also recognizes that a lot of people are not happy with the emotional state of the country. It's suffering because of him. The unity, the hope, people like him being an actual leader, and you know, someone that promises things, you know, just kind of like not following through, or having empathy for like the public, and you know, just society, like not caring because it's above his, like, I heard Kamala say, oh, caring is above his tax bracket, or something like that. Like, I heard her say caring or having emotional support for someone other than, you know, money. Like, she feels like when money is involved, he can be very, you know, make the right decisions, judgment. You know, he makes the right decisions. He has good judgment when it comes to like financially supporting our economy. But she feels like what's missing is him actually coming down to the level of our country, coming down to the level of the people, and not just the people on higher power. Like, you know, she doesn't like that, you know, allegedly she doesn't like that Trump like only cares about the people that affect him, or that are on his level. You know, she's like, in order to be a good world leader, you need to like show empathy, show support for people that don't make as much as you, or are not in the same spaces as you, or don't benefit you, you know, enough to like make you look a certain way. You know what I mean? So she's not happy with the way he's been emotionally running his campaign. She feels like it's very unprofessional, and just kind of like saying whatever he wants, and not really, we'll get into how Trump feels about her, but just not having empathy for people, or, you know, the Empress reverse. Okay. Ooh, Kamala has done some research on Trump. Allegedly, she's done some research on him. I don't know if she got into his mother, or his like childhood, or his like I don't know if she like read like a whole like thing on him or something, but she be doing her research on people, not just Trump, but like people in his camp, Like, she be reading on people in his, like reading up on people in his camp. She's learning his, ooh, let me not, okay, I don't know if Trump's aware of this. She's learning his team. She's learning his background. She's learning a lot about him. Kamala is very, like, she's very charismatic, guys. I'm looking at her birth chart, sorry. She's very charismatic with that Aries and that Gemini ascendant. Like, I feel like Trump has met his match with her. Like, as far as, like, the way they are both calculative and move and the way they express their emotions. I mean, Kamala is a lot more, like, structured than Trump, I feel. And, you know, Trump doesn't really go by a guideline. Like, he allows himself to just move in the moment. And Trump is more so concerned about being his authentic self and us seeing him for who he really is. You know, he doesn't want there to be, like, any surprises or, you know, even though there has been surprises. But he doesn't want there to be any surprises. And we'll get more into Trump's energy, but Kamala is more of like, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to leave my emotions at the door. I'm going to hit you guys with facts. I'm going to even research your Republicans, you know, the Republicans in your party. And, you know, I'm going to research the people that work with you, Trump. I'm going to research your parents. I'm going to research your family. I'm going to do my due diligence and make sure that, you know, I hit you where it hurts when it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she recognizes that he's helped the economy a lot. Okay, guys, she's recognized with the Eight of Pentacles, you have helped the economy a lot. You've put business, you know, people back into business. You've created, like, work for people. You've allowed, like, some safety where, you know, in transformative period to where we felt like safe, and she acknowledges that Trump has gotten us out of some really hard times that she's like, I don't know, you know, Kamala's like, I don't know how I would have handled that if that were me, if I would have been in office at this time, like, or at that time, I don't know what I would have done. And she felt like Trump did what he needed to do in that moment. Yeah, but she feels like he's left this economy just barren and just wasted and just, like, you know, not helping us at all. She feels like he's put us way more into poverty, and that he doesn't care, that he doesn't care about our country. He doesn't really care about the state of our country. He just worries about, okay, well, I'm just going to make sure that my pockets are good, and my, you know, and my, you know, what's going on behind the scenes of what's going on with me is okay. And Kamala recognizes that too. Like, she's like, well, I want to be more transparent. And I do want to be professional, but I want to be also, you know, transparent. But, you know, Kamala is going to have that hard balance. Like, she's going to be, like with my yin and yang card, guys, it's like, she's not going to, I don't know, I just see her getting kind of distracted and away from the point and why she started it. You know what I'm saying? It was talking about that with the yin and yang card, just like her being off balance completely, not really assessing things correctly, not knowing what's good and bad to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? The yin and yang card talked about that. Her just kind of like, just not having a clear vision of things. But she will help in a lot of other ways. But I'm seeing that, I have to be real, guys, I'm seeing that be a problem with her. Yeah, so anyway, so yeah, Kamala recognizes too that Trump has, like, put us in a way, like, put our economy in the garbage, you know, and just kind of made us look like a joke in a lot of ways. She also doesn't like that he hasn't supported women. You know, he hasn't supported women. He hasn't really been supportive with women's rights, with the LGBT rights. You know this about him. You know, he hasn't really cared about, like I said, with the Five of Pentacles, like, you know, society, like, just everything that's just we're going through as a whole. And, you know, she wants to be that change, and not just like Trump, but she feels like there was that missing, that empathy, that coming down to the level of the people, and you know, helping our country, you know, with empathy and passion and support, and just knowing and letting the people know that, you know, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? She feels like Trump hasn't done a good job at that, and just has kind of left the country in more of a state of, like, of course I say, guys, with this card, like, desolation, and just, you know, we're barely, you know, making ends meet, just kind of giving us a little bit just to like him and just taking it back at the same time. Like, she feels like he hasn't really done well on his promises in other respects, as, like, you know, the money thing as far as the jobs, yes, but just other promises, or he said one thing but did another. You know what I mean, guys? Like, she doesn't want to be that president. She feels like Trump should have never been president from the jump. She feels like he, in some ways, yes, he's great when it comes to, like, business, But she feels like Trump has turned us against each other, and or just like where we are heading politically. She just doesn't foresee it being good. She actually anticipates, if Trump gets into office, more separation and just throwing our economy into a really bad state. And just he's not going to win either way. Like, she feels like he's not going to win. She feels like Trump doesn't have a good chance at winning and that she's going to win this thing. She's very, very confident, and she just feels, she's like, you don't have a chance. Like, I'm going to win. Like, she's very confident, guys, that she's going to win. So that was a little bit of how she feels about Trump. So let me see how Trump feels about what's going on, and just let's get into Trump's energy. Like I said, I'm definitely keeping a lot of this reading about Kamala, but we're also, like I said, touching on Trump. So let me see. Ooh, guys, so when I was pulling, this is really interesting. This is really interesting, guys. So Trump is confident. Trump is very, very confident too that he's going to win the public over. He's not fazed at all by Kamala. He actually thinks she's a joke, and like, he's like, you're not going to win. I'm going to fucking win, because I know the facts. I know the hardcore facts. I have a lot of people on my side. I have other world leaders on my side. I have the House of Representatives on my side. You know, basically, you know, Congress. I have Congress on my side. You know, I'm going to win. I'm going to win, Kamala, and you don't have a say in this race. You don't have a place in this race. Recognition and reward. He feels like people are going to really start seeing what he offers and what he can bring to the country. He feels like he's taken a step back and he's learned a lot. And he feels like Kamala is just being overzealous and as well, and just really not listening to the people and listening to the state of our world. She's being blinded with the social media, and she's being blinded with, you know, not caring about, you know, what we're asking for. He feels like she's doing a lot of things for show. This is a lot about how he feels about her, not so much himself, but he feels like he's, you know, she's doing a lot of things for show, and just like, you know, that she's deceptive, and that we are going to start seeing that, especially if we elect her into office. He's anticipating that she will get booted out pretty quick. Probably won't make it to her second term. So yeah, he's waiting these results. He got the same type of cards as her, guys, but instead Kamala's was in the reverse. Okay, Kamala's was in the reverse. Trump's is in the upright. Like, he's very, like, Kamala's like, dang, like, hers is more like, I am confident in a sense that I'm going to win, but also I don't feel like I'm going to get the praise that I deserve, because people are just going to be angry or want Trump, or feel like Trump would have been a better president, you know, or just, you know, in some way she is kind of like doubting herself, even though she's not. She is also like, I'm going to win because I have like a lot of your guys' votes, like, you know, and people are telling Kamala, you know, as well, her team is like, you got a really good chance, like, you're, you know, and Trump is hearing the same thing. But Trump already feels like, I don't know if, you know, I don't know if Trump gonna rig some votes, or if people have told him or what, but he is like really confident, guys. Trump is very confident that he's going to win with the authoritative card in the upright. He's very confident. He's very confident. He's like, I'm going to win. I know that I am what you guys need. I know that I'm going to do what needs to be done to protect our country. I'm not going to back down for anything. I'm not going to back down for any world leaders. He's like, I just feel like, he's like, I feel like Kamala is just gonna, you know, she's just selling you guys false dreams, you know. He's like, but in time you guys are going to see that, you know, she was full of shit, basically, is what I'm picking up from Trump's energy. He's like, she was full of shit, allegedly. He's saying that. I do feel like, guys, something is going on with Trump's health, or like his mental health. It could be just his mental health. I mean, he is a Gemini, so I'm kind of concerned if Trump does get back into office. I don't know if he's allegedly, if he's taking some form of medication that makes him like, you know, loopy, or, you know, or if he's taking some like, I'm picking up that he's taking, maybe it's some antidepressants or something like that, or like maybe it's something like that, or, you know, where he's taking some type of medication that helps his memory or helps like his emotional state, or, you know, just his mental health in some ways. What I keep hearing, like, that's suffering a lot. And so I'm just kind of like a side note, guys, I'm getting that his health, mental health as well, is not the best. But yeah, he feels like he's totally like removed his emotions from he's hoping that he wins, but he's not attaching himself to the outcome, because in a sense it's like Trump's like, well, if I don't win, I will be okay regardless, because I know that I'm setting things in motion to take care of myself. But he's also kind of like concerned that he doesn't really have a leg in the race in some ways, because of how much, you know, Kamala is charming people, and how like the way he's kind of moved with his you know, campaign. He hasn't been as confident in himself, even though he's like, I'm going to win. But when it comes to like debating or the road to getting there, he's not becoming confident. So he's saying I'm confident. He's putting on this act, guys, that he's confident and that he's going to win, and that, you know, Kamala isn't a good fit to be president. You know, he's relying on her weaknesses. He's relying on getting to her emotionally, and to like, you know, take her off the course. But it's not really working at the same time, because Kamala like puts her emotions in this like I see her put her emotions in her pocket and just like not, you know, I'm gonna put this away until later, you know, until I can feel it later, you know, and then I'll come back and feel my emotions. Yeah, Trump got my new beginnings card, guys. He got my new beginnings card at the bottom of my deck. You know, I am seeing though too, oh, okay, I'm seeing Trump admires her though, low-key. I'm gonna say this, sorry Trump, I'm gonna expose you. Trump low-key admires her, that she's like giving him a good fight. Like he's like, this is entertaining, like this is hella like this is so entertaining for Trump. Like he's like, this is the most exciting thing that's happened to me. Like, so even if he doesn't win, it's like he's gonna be of course like upset, but he's like, I'm excited to see regardless of what happens. Like, you gave me a good run for my money, and I'm excited to see if I don't win how you fuck this country up. Like, there is a part of Trump that's like, I can't wait to see her fuck this country up, because I know she gonna fuck this country up. Like, Trump is like, new beginnings. I can offer new beginnings to you guys. I can make deals with people across seas. I can make, you know, our army stronger. I can make things better. I can make our economy better. I know exactly what I need to do as a world leader to help our country. And if you guys don't vote for me, you're freaking dumb, and you're going to Trump's like, you're going to suffer a lot because of it. You're going to suffer a lot. This is going to put our country into a bad state. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna transform our country into something that is not good. It's going to stop the momentum of our country progressing and becoming better. Like, Trump just doesn't feel like Kamala is right for the job. He's just like, I wish somebody else, like, even though she's giving him a run for his money, he's like, I wish I was going up against somebody that was actually in power, that could actually scare me, that could actually, like, you know, he wants a bigger threat. Like, you know, he wants a bigger challenge. And he just feels like Kamala is not, even though she's good at her speeches, she's good at marketing, she's good at networking, she's a personable, you know, lady, you know, she's a personable woman, he's saying, and in his energy I'm feeling this, guys. She's a personable woman, but it's like, that's not gonna help you run a country. That's what Trump's saying, his energy. That's not gonna help you run a country. You don't know how to get in contact and make the right connections like I do. Like, you're laughable. You're laughable. Like, fucking Trump. I can't, guys. This is why I can't. That's how he's feeling about Kamala. So, guys, next I want to go ahead and see who is going to be president. You know, I'm already seeing Trump is like, I have a good fight, I'm going to put up a good fight, you know, and then Kamala's like, I'm gonna put up a good fight, and I'm gonna come out swinging, you know what I mean? So let's see who the president is going to be. And at the end of this video too, guys, I want to talk more about Kamala. So if you guys want to stay for that part after I do this, then cool. I was going to wait till the end to show this, but I'm excited myself. I want to see who I get. And I'm going to see who wins. When I was feeling in the past, guys, I was feeling it was going to be like a really close tie. So we'll see what my spirit guides tell me. But let's find out, hopefully, who will be our next president. Now, guys, keep in mind that this prediction can change, okay? This prediction can change, okay? So if I'm wrong, I will take it. I will eat shit. I'm wrong. As of right now, I'm seeing, drum roll please, Kamala is gonna win. She's going to win. She got my justice card. I guess you guys could already probably predict that. We don't need a predictor to predict that. But I'm also seeing that Trump is going... Now, it is in... Now, I'm getting a lot of, like, backstabbing energy on Trump's end, so I don't know if they rigged the election, because I did get my 10 of swords in the upright, which is talking about a major betrayal, or if like certain people in Trump's, like if Trump's gonna do really something really dumb in his campaign, you know, his camp starts turning on him, or like rigging the votes in his, like, behind his back or something like that. But I'm seeing like Trump get betrayed like really bad. Like Trump was like, I'm almost going to say, guys, Trump is supposed to win, but I'm seeing Kamala is winning. She's going to win. Yeah, this is where the energy stands right now, guys. This is alleged, okay, for all entertainment purposes. But I got my Justice card in the reverse when I was pre-shuffling, and my Ace of Pentacles reverse, my Three of Wands reverse. So that's telling me that someone like rigs the election. Somebody doesn't allow, like, it doesn't go in someone's favor. It just causes like a lot of like turmoil and like problems. Trump is supposed to take it. Trump is supposed to take it, but Kamala ends up like getting, like, she gets like a lot more votes, or like at the last minute, where they stand right now, or they count a few more votes. Something happens to where she ends up like surpassing Trump. Like, yeah, I'm gonna say Kamala, guys. Kamala is going to be our next president. Now, this could obviously change, you know, now that I've said this. Who knows, guys? When us psychic readers speak out on something, I'm just gonna say it, sometimes like people see our videos and they will like change stuff, you know, like that very well is a thing. Artists do it all the time. You know, like when I've predicted on certain people, I've felt them change certain things because, you know, I or maybe another, you know, psychic reader said something or caught something. So that could very well change this could very well change what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, guys. Anything universally could happen, and my prediction does not happen, right? But as of right now, guys, take this with a grain of salt. I am seeing that Kamala is going to win. Trump will come, he is supposed to win, but I'm seeing some type of like heavy betrayal. Like maybe it's some people in the house like turn on him or something, and you know, they rig something, or they mess with something, or whomever is doing like the voting or the votes or something, they get their votes in late or something like that, or yeah, something, or Trump is, yeah, maybe he also feels like, you know, we betrayed him by voting for Kamala. Like it could be that too. Trump may feel like, wow, you guys are, you know, all I've done, and I've already ran, and I've proven myself, you know, I've done this, I've done that for our country, I've gotten us out of things, and this is how you guys like treat me, you know. Also too, maybe like we all laugh at him or like treat him like he's a joke even more. And yeah, I'm just seeing like that happen a lot, or just kind of like him making a mockery of it after he loses and saying that it was rigged. This very well could be that too. So there could be a possible recount. I'm seeing a possible recount. Yeah, guys, it's not looking in his favor. I'm pulling cards and it's not looking in his favor. Now, keep in mind, this could change. I'm reading on this on August 25th. So I am reading very early. Okay, so this could totally change the votes. I'm seeing the votes could shift easily in Trump's favor. But the reason I'm feeling there will be a heavy betrayal, or some type of brutal like ending with his campaign, or something will really go wrong for him, and it's going to cause the voting to shift not in his favor. That's what I keep seeing. Yeah, I'm not seeing he's gonna win, guys. I'm not seeing Trump's winning, or he will win. I'm not seeing it. Now this obviously, like I said, this could change, but Kamala flat out got my Justice card. She got my Justice card and it came right out in the upright. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. This is just my prediction. I'm seeing Trump is literally like, I'm seeing Trump is supposed to like take the election, but Kamala, like, you guys are just loving her. Things are going to go in her favor. She is moving very meticulous. She's moving very carefully. But I'm seeing Trump was owed another term. So he's owed another term. So I don't know what that means, guys. Don't shoot the messenger. But Kamala is going to steal this from him. She's going to steal it. Now, if this person does not betray Trump and he moves very carefully after I read on this, and he's careful with what he says, and he comes through with his promises. He stops, not being about the people, or he starts being about the people, and just kind of like charming his way back into the hearts of the people that he really hurt. And just, even he's making enemies even in the Congress. He's making enemies in that. So and just also some world leaders are not quite liking him right now. I don't know what he's saying or what he's doing. Not the ones that he usually is, like Russia and China, but some other world leaders are leaning more towards Kamala. So they're beginning to like her a lot, and take her seriously. Like, she's really proving herself, she's been taking some things out her bag and like watching Trump, and I'm telling you guys, she's watching. And yeah, she wants that big D energy. She wants us to really respect her as president, and she will try to win over the hearts of other countries. I'm not seeing her have success in that, though. I'm not seeing Kamala, you having success with. Some world leaders are going to follow you, but especially in the Middle East, but you need to move very, very carefully with how you look out for the Middle East, okay? I'm just saying that, Kamala. I'm just saying, please move carefully. Move carefully. And obviously with the, the ones that Trump has earned the respect of, like, I'm hearing with the Middle East, she needs to, yeah, they're expecting her. With the Page of Wands, oh my god, look, see, they're expecting her. They're going to be in her ear, talking to her a lot. They're going to be expecting things. They're going to be, following up with her, making sure that she stays true to her promises. Okay, guys, so that was me pulling on who will be president. We will see if this happens. Like I said, I could be wrong. I am seeing Trump, if he moves correctly after this, I'm seeing Trump will have a really good chance at being re-elected into office. But I'm seeing it, the public and just a lot of, officials favor Kamala more. Obviously, like I said, this could change, but Kamala flat out got my justice card. She got my justice card, and it came right out in the upright. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. This is just my prediction. Like I said, it's tricky reading on presidential election stuff. Like, it's tricky reading on the election, because it's like things could get rigged, things could happen, and Kamala, something could happen to her, hopefully not, allegedly, knock on wood, something could happen to Trump, allegedly, knock on wood, hopefully nothing happens to them, but it could totally like change my prediction. All right, guys, so let's move into Kamala's personality. I want to read on this real quick, and yeah, a little bit about her love life, and then we'll end the video. So if you guys want to know more about Kamala's personality, then keep on watching. Alright, guys, let's get into Kamala's personality. I'm looking at her birth chart. I'm going to pull it up one more time. She has a Libra sun. Her moon is in Aries. Her Mercury is in Scorpio. Her Venus is in Virgo. Her Mars is in Leo. And her ascendant is in Gemini. Okay, so let's see what I get about Kamala's personality. Let's learn more about her. So the first thing I'm getting is that Kamala is very, like, I don't know if she considers herself religious or spiritual of any sort, but she struggles with that a lot, like, especially, or what she believes in, like, I know she's Indian, like, she's part Indian, so I'm wondering if she struggles with that side of her, of, like, her religious side, like, of knowing what she truly believes, or just knowing her power, or her spiritual guidance of some sort. I don't know if maybe she is, I don't want to say she's an atheist. It doesn't feel like that, or it doesn't even, I don't know if she's questioned a lot how she feels about her spirituality, or how she feels about religion. I'm seeing that has been a hot topic for her. It's been like in question, and it's caused her to not really, be in tune with herself or move with herself, which would make sense because she is a Libra, and Libras take a while to figure out who they are. They kind of like blend in with society, or go with what society believes of them, and they just kind of like move in those, pretenses. I'm seeing that she's a very patient person, as for someone, not with everything, because she has Aries and Leo. But Kamala is a very, like, she would consider herself a very patient person. She's a person that loves to see things grow. She loves to see the work that she's done to help people. She loves to you know, just sit back and like observe people too. I see her sitting back and observing people, and I've kind of already talked about that, like doing her research, observing people, observing their motives, finding ways to solve a problem. She's a problem solver, you know, before she makes any action or does anything. You know, she can be very impulsive with her Leo and her Aries, but I'm seeing that she's also very like grounded in a sense and tries to like make smart business moves. She's very financially intuitive, you know, and she's already seeing ways to fix the economy. She's seeing a lot of ways to fix the economy. She has a bigger perspective of things, a bigger like purpose for things as well. Like she really prides herself in that. Now she does tend to lose herself when she's doubting or unsure of her next moves, because she does like to strategize and like plot things out. You know what I mean, guys? She likes to take breaks too and go on vacation. We may see Kamala like going on vacation or like taking time with her husband, and just people scrutinizing her for that. Like I see her having fun with this election as well. She's been having fun with her campaign, but I see her having fun as a president. Like she's like, we need to stop being like, you know, like stressed out. Like I do see her being stressed in some ways, but also too trying to take a step back and like attend to herself and have fun with her husband, have fun with her family, not allowing her being president to fully rule her life. And I see people like having a hard time with that, because it's gonna look like she doesn't care in some ways because she's taking a vacation, or she's dressing a certain type of way, or you know, she's presenting herself with her husband a certain type of way. Just there's gonna be a lot of like, as her being a woman as well, you know, just people being very like scrutinizing with her, and she's anticipating that. So I feel like she won't be or she'll try not to be on social media as much. Like she'll probably have her team, of course, do it for her. You know, she doesn't want outside people's opinions to affect what she's doing for, you know, her time in office. You know, it's kind of like, okay, this is my time, and like I've done the steps, I've done the research, I've studied. She's done a lot of things outside of that to understand people. So yeah, so that's what I'm picking up. She's a person that seeks to understand, you know, and learn and create and acknowledge. You know, she feels like that's missing. Also too, I do see her wanting to crack down on police brutality, or inmates, or you know, people being locked up because of certain things. You know, she does want to reverse certain things that she's done, because people have brought it to her attention that, hey, you know, that wasn't the right move that you just made. So she acknowledges too in her personality that she does make mistakes, and that, you know, she's like, well, I'm not perfect and I'm going to make mistakes, and you guys have to allow me to make those mistakes as president. You know, you have to. She's already, I feel she's already speaking as if she is president. You know, she's like, when I'm president. You know, she's already saying stuff like that, guys. When I'm president, as president, I'm the president, so I will do this. You know, like that's like her affirming. Like she affirms a lot. That's what I keep hearing, or she's been affirming. With the Page of Cups reverse and the Two of Cups reverse, I feel like she does have a hard time in her connections, like connecting with people that are just like overly emotional, like you know, and just kind of like sit in their emotions and just don't really. This must have been what Trump was talking about when I felt him talk, as I said, guys, like when I felt him talk through his energy about her not really caring, you know, or showing emotion. Like he feels like she's very like performative, and a lot of what she says doesn't add up. You know, it doesn't, you know, add up to the type of person that he feels that she is. Trump feels like she's a good person in some ways, you know, but in other ways he feels like she's very deceptive, and that we're gonna start seeing that. But Kamala feels like, you know, she needs to, as president, keep her emotions under check. Like she's always trained herself on blocking her emotions and putting that somewhere else, and just kind of like not acknowledging or using your emotions to rule you. You know, especially her being the first female president, she does, you know, acknowledge that, okay, like you guys are expecting me to make emotional responses. You know, you guys are expecting me to move as a woman where I'm just overly emotional, over dramatic, not caring about, you know, logic or anything. And she has that to prove, and she recognizes that, like she has that to prove. I'm seeing with her connection with her husband, that is coming out. She is not the best at reconnecting with her husband. I feel like there is some intimacy within herself that is lacking, and it spills over into her relationship with her husband. So that I am picking up on already. She does have a hard time like connecting and just kind of empathizing, because she has learned to like not be ruled by her emotions. So that I am seeing too. She is also a very distrustful person. Like, she doesn't really trust people. She doesn't trust people at all. She feels like people are going to, like, you know, people are quick to like backstab you. She feels like people are quick to backstab you. She feels like people are just like not who they say they are. She has hope in humanity, but I'm seeing that kind of is like been tested a lot, especially in her campaigning, and just like a lot of the backlash that she's been receiving has kind of made her a little jaded in some ways. Which is understandable to some degree, but she is also too, I'm hearing, kind of a jaded person. Like, she doesn't take people at face value, you know what I mean? Like, you know, she feels like people really have to prove to her who they are as a person, what their motives are, you know. So yeah, I'm seeing she's not a very trustful person. Or, well, that too, she feels like other people feel like she's not trustful. That's what I'm feeling too, is people don't trust her right away and feel like her motives are not in line with, like I said about Trump saying that about her. Like, she already acknowledges that people feel that way about her. She knows that she has a lot to prove. And just in life, she's prepared herself for this. She always has had a lot to prove. She's always had to prove a lot. I feel like Kamala she's a gift giver. Or Kamala, sorry, I said that wrong. Kamala, I feel like she's a gift giver. I feel like she loves, you know, acknowledgement. Like, she'll acknowledge her team. Like, she'll throw little things for her team or little things for her family. I don't know, she's really into like partying, like with her family, or throwing barbecues, or, you know, going or like really engaging with her family. And being loving towards her family. But I'm seeing too, she loves like romance, like a lot. She loves romance, even though the connection between her and her husband has kind of like died a little bit. She's working on her heart chakra. I keep getting that from her, guys. She's working on her heart chakra. Or just the Ace of Cups is talking about like her emotional well-being. Like, I'm seeing that, you know, that has been, again, shut off, like challenged like a lot. We're gonna start seeing her be really like aggressive and like harsh, like just kind of like appearing cold. Like, she does acknowledge that she's like that, but I feel like it's hard for her to like not be like that. I feel like she shuts that side off of her a lot, and it's kind of, sometimes it can be a problem, you know, like being around her, you know. And I feel like she deals with depression for sure, or allegedly she deals with heavy depression or pressure on herself, or, you know, just hasn't had like a lot of people like support her. She's had to do a lot of things, like not completely on her own, but she's had to really pave her own lane. She's had to really, like, she knows that she chose this lonely life. Like, she feels lonely like a lot of times, even though she is in a marriage. Like, with the Five of Cups, guys, and the Five of Pentacles, that's telling me that she feels Ace of Cups reverse, like Two of Cups reverse. Like, she feels alone. I'm wondering if we're going to see her, like, her and her husband, if things are going to come to light with them, or if she's going to be in the middle of a divorce around, I hope, you know, she could try to, like, hold on and not divorce her husband, but, like, yeah, I'm seeing her and her husband. I'm wondering, too, if the vice president that she has is going to end up running, or he's going to step in, unless it's Trump. But I'm wondering if he's going to step in for her, or if somebody's going to step in, because I'm seeing something happen with, like, I'm seeing something happen with either her health or, like, just, like, her emotional state. But yeah, I'm picking up on another person, like, controlling her, that she's hiding, or she's hiding some type of, like, thing about herself. It could just be that she's hiding this about herself, that she's power hungry, because she's coming in also as the Emperor, which is, you know, that's Aries energy, which is her moon, guys, being in Aries. Like, let's take a look at that. The moon card being in Aries, that's her moon in Aries. Like, her, okay, now the real action starts happening. Okay, you guys thought I was this, like, really likable person. Cool. I'm really about to show y'all who I am. So this could be that she comes off, it's not saying that she's a bad person, guys, but she may come off too aggressive or assertive, or get too power hungry at some, allegedly at some points in her term, you know, and just people not liking that, and her with the Knight of Swords, like, you know, not understanding how to say things softer. You know, I see that being a big problem for her when she gives her speeches, her not saying things softer. Or we live in a very, like, Kamala, I just want to let you know, okay, we live in a very emotional, I hate saying sensitive, but just be mindful of your emotions and how you know, express that, and how you say what you're going to do, and how you show up for our country, and just making sure, you know, that you're not hiding anything, because it's talking about she hides a lot, or she hides her emotions, or she hides things from the public or her family, or, you know, like, she's very protective, you know, she's a very protective person. She debates a lot. Like, she loves a good debate. She loves standing up for the underdog. She loves, like, people underestimating her. She has a very like, fire energy about her, even though she's a Libra. Like, she reads to me as more of a fire sign, you know, as showcasing more of her fire energy. She's very dominant. She's very, like, I feel like you guys can see this though, like, she's very assertive. I haven't really, like, watched her speeches, or, like, you know, I haven't been too in tune with her, guys, because, like, I wanted to do this reading, but I'm seeing that a lot of people are not gonna like her approach, or how aggressive she is, or how, like, it seems like she's hiding, like, a lot, or she's not as, like, open with us as we're gonna think that she is. Like, she's gonna, like, not talk about a lot of things. A lot of things are just gonna start happening, and there's not really going to be a heads up, you know. There's going to be certain things like that, or certain things are going to go wrong because she's moving into much of a place of dominance, and not, you know, Kamala, like, I just want to say too, like, dude, like, you don't have to be this masculine, aggressive world leader. Like, you can be soft but also taken seriously, and use your Libra, and, you know, I don't know, like, she really feels like she has something to prove, guys. I'm not saying for her to completely be, you know, soft, but you guys know, like, a good balance. I want her to have, as well, her spirit guys want her to have a good balance of this, and, you know, and to just be, like, open to the ideas of people around her, and to be open still to the public. But I see her, like, allegedly, I see her shutting that side off, and just her being unreachable in a lot of ways, especially when she speaks. She's not going to be that same charming person that we're used to. It's like with Trump, it's like people are like, okay, well, we know what to expect with Trump, but with Kamala, it's like, we didn't know you were like this. We didn't know you were like this. Like, that's what I keep hearing. Like, people say, like, they didn't know she was like this. Or, you know, there's just going to be certain things that come out, you know, and she's not going to really be good at, like, kind of, like, making the people change their opinions about her. Five of Cups in the upright. Yeah, just her being like, well, I don't know what to do. Her having this, like, defeated mentality, even though, you know, this could be why I got the Sun card in the reverse, guys. This is kind of her term in office, like, what's going to happen a little bit. But yeah, I just see her not, just kind of, like, just not sure what to do. Like, I'm wondering too if Kamala, like, you know, allegedly drinks, or if she, like, indulges in drinking, or, like, you know, excessive, you know, having fun, you know, of some sort. You know, or if there's not the best types of people around her that are going to keep her grounded and support her, and, like, you know, they're not going to really pay attention to what the public is, you know, needing to say. Or, you know, I just see that being a thing. But she's going to try her best to, like, accommodate us. She's going to try her best to, like, show us emotional support. But it's talking about her becoming, like, kind of, like, really aggressive. And just this, like, what's the best way I can describe this energy, guys? Like, of a woman that becomes like this. Like, I don't know, just, like, if you guys think of your favorite TV show of a woman in power, you know, that finally gets power, and she just is, like, she becomes emotionless and cold, you know. It's like, I hope Kamala doesn't reach that point, but it's talking about her just being defeated, and just like, well, I'm trying my best to do this and help you guys, because she tries to be very, like, she's a problem solver. That's what I keep picking up from her personality. She's a problem solver. She's a risk taker. She's an action person, and, you know, not too much of a risk taker, but to the point where she wants to see that effective change. And just kind of her moving our economy into something that isn't the best, but there will be some changes that will help us. But I am seeing, guys, that it's with the Tower card, it's gonna rock our economy, it's gonna rock our world a lot, it's gonna rock our currency, it's gonna rock war. It's just like a lot of problems that are gonna arise from her being in term. I hate to be negative, guys, but from her term, I'm not getting good cards. The Emperor too is also talking about her making enemies, like her making a lot of enemies. I think I kind of mentioned that. Yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of people not really, you know, I'm kind of moving away from her personality, guys. But Knight of Cups in the reverse, guys, I'm just seeing her lack empathy, and just like, you know, there are times where she lacks empathy. She's more like a person that tries to put her emotions to the side. She tries not to let that overrule her. Once Kamala makes a decision, that's it, guys. Just letting y'all know, she does not back down from her decision. She's a person that focuses on the things that are right in front of her, or the things that really need to change, you know. Also too, like, I'm seeing her want status and us to be supportive of her vice president and her husband, like her connection with her husband. You know, she wants to bring some, I don't know, like she wants to also too, something about like men, male energy, like, you know, like her wanting to do something for men as well. She's really she's money obsessed, guys. She loves money. Like, that's what I keep saying. Now the Swords upright. I'm wondering if Kamala suffers from insomnia. She feels like she was like, she was like, I knew I was born to be in this path. Like, I knew this was my purpose. Like, she's somebody that understands her purpose, knows her purpose, knows why she's doing something, doesn't back down from what she's doing to get to her end goal, doesn't back down from people's opinions, you know. I see her causing a lot of anxiety in people in the public. I see her causing a lot of unnecessary anxiety. I'm just going to say that because I feel like she worries a lot. I feel like Kamala worries a lot. And she's still working through, like, you know, healing, you know, past baggages or past things that have happened to her. She's still healing a lot of these things. Her mental health too. I keep picking up on something about her mental health as well as I did with Trump. I'm just gonna say this. She has a possible divorce coming up and she will try to hide it. There's a possible divorce coming up for her if they're not already divorced. I see her being a hot topic, like people just scrutinizing her, but she says like Kamala's, it's because she's like very fiery, and she's coming in as the King of Swords reverse. She's very fiery with her words. Like, she doesn't like care like how she comes across. She's very dominant. She's very assertive. I see her making like a lot of like funny like jokes, or like jokes that would be considered sassy or like raunchy or something. I'm picking that up from her really not watching her words or her temper. And just kind of moving a little too independent. I don't know, guys. I see her wanting to like possibly step down. I see a possible step down for her. Now this could change. It depends on how this could change. Depending on how her term goes, her first year being president, this depends. But I see her like not making a lot of headways, or I do see a lot of people, you know, standing up for her, but I feel like we're gonna go into some type of like, or there's gonna be some scare of another war coming up, or some scare of some remember I said call to action, guys. There's gonna be something big coming up that's gonna, it's scary. It's gonna really shake us. I feel like it could be war, or it could be someone coming in and doing something from another country. Hacking, we're already getting hacked in certain things, guys. But like, yeah, I see something where Kamala is really gonna need to step in and just do something about it. And really, like, she's really gonna have to prove herself when this happens. And she can't wait for it to resolve itself. She needs to not wait for this to resolve itself. She needs to not, the minute she hears that this is about to happen, she needs to step in immediately and not think, okay, well, I can convince, or, you know, or, like, maybe try a little bit, but like, I don't know. I'm seeing she's going to need to step in, guys. I keep getting messages about her term, not so much her personality. So yeah, guys, I guess that's where Spirit's directing me, not so much on her personality, but I kind of did touch on that a little bit. I want to respect what my Spirit guides are saying and where they're directing me, but that's kind of where they keep directing me, not so much on her personality. So guys, I kind of touched a little bit about her relationship with her husband. I'm not going to stay on that too much just because it's like, who cares? But I was kind of going to get into a little bit, but I'm like, this reading, well, it could just end right here. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reading on Kamala, and I included Trump a little bit. If you guys would like a part 2 to this reading, let me know. And if there's anything you would like me to talk about if I do a part 2 to this, then please put it in the comment section below. As far as her and her husband, I was seeing some problems with that, and I already kind of talked about that, like a possible divorce for them. I feel like they have an okay connection. I feel like Kamala is just so, she hyper fixates on her own stuff, and then she has a problem allegedly like shifting the focus back onto her husband. You know, I'm seeing that she shuts off a lot of her romantic side, and just like she goes into boss mode a lot, and because of that her marriage has like suffered a lot. That's part of what has been the problem. It's not the whole problem. It's kind of rocky, I'm just saying. And so guys, I hope you enjoyed this reading of Kamala and a little bit of Donald Trump. We'll see if my prediction ends up happening. If it does, yay, I predicted something, you know, presidential, whatever. If not, guys, keep this in mind. Like, Trump very well has a good chance of winning. But I'm seeing Kamala take it. So this is where the energy stands right now. Like I said, it could very well change, because reading on anything with the election is tricky. You know, it's tricky. Alright guys, so that's enough for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please remember to give it a like. Give it a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for when your girls pull up. Ding ding, bitch. Thank you guys so much for watching my readings. All of the love and support is greatly appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Like I said, please remember to keep the comments nice, sweet, and clean. We don't want to get into any fights. Okay, I'm gonna shut off the comments. Anyway guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light. Namaste. Bye.